Are you in the market for a tool tote, also called a tool caddy, and you don't know which one to choose for your irrigation work? The other day, the handle broke off my tote, so I went on a hunt to find a new one. There are so many on the market, and many of them don't have the dimensions noted on their listings, so I'll show you four of the best I could find and compare them and see which one's the winner. Also, I'll be sharing the new series that I'm working on that you guys have been asking for coming right up. Okay, so you probably remember this tote from my What's in My Tote video. Well, the handle finally broke. This was not a name brand tote. It's also called a caddy. It was a one-off purchase at one of my suppliers. They had a few of them and I picked one up, and served me for several years. But the other day it cracked here, and then the handle broke off. So this thing weighs about 30 pounds and I've been carrying it around like this. I went online and I could not find, well, first of all, I tried locally to find a caddy. I went to Home Depot and stuff and couldn't find anything that would suit me, because this is the biggest thing. This is 4¼ inches across and it needs to be able to fit down in there. And then we've got the channel locks, or the longest thing that needs to fit in there. So I went online and looked and looked and looked, and there really isn't anything made for our industry. Of course, it's a kind of a small niche. So I found several that I thought were worth trying, and we're gonna open these up and check them out. And then after I ordered these, I happened to be at Home Depot to get a tool. Had to get a new Milwaukee hammer drill, and they actually had this. It's a Milwaukee. It's in their Pack Out series, and it has this retractable handle, and these dividers pop out, but we'll get into this in a little bit. So let's open these boxes and see what we've got. Whichever one is the best one or two in the bunch, that's what's going to go on the tools page of the resources site, so you guys can get it also. This caddy is Sprinkler Pros Blue. It's pretty nice. It's deep. Nice handle here. You can have your gloves on and still get your hand in there. That's a plus. And little wells here to put caps and stuff, or nozzles in here. Okay, so here we have a gray one. Oh, look how shallow that is. Not very deep. This one is not available at Amazon. It's a company called Jegs. Okay, so this one feels pretty tough. Has a removable magnetic screw holder. Somehow it comes out. Okay, so you just push that away and this comes out. It's heavy. That's a big magnet. And then you can put screwdrivers or something down in there. Okay, so part of the criteria for finding the right caddy was finding one that this would fit in, 4 inches there. This is 18 and a, oh, this is almost 19 inches long. Almost 14 inches wide. And it's 6 inches deep. This is almost 18 and a half inches long. 14 inches wide. And it's about 5.5 inches deep. So that means we can easily fit this in here. So let's see what it looks like to have the main things in here. Okay, it all fits. All that stuff fits. And then the longest thing we need to know about here, yeah, the channel locks fit in there fine, so all that other stuff will fit in there just great. And put our caps in there, nozzles, whatever. Cool, so this will work. All right, let's see the next one. All right, start with the glue. Definitely wide enough. It's got some slop in there. That's not going to fit. So let's try it over here. That's. I guess these two sides are identical. That's too tight. Channel locks will fit. So if you don't carry a quart size container, then this caddy could probably work for you. But I buy the quart. It's more economical, and I go through this during the busy season. I'll go through this about every 2-3 weeks. So this one's not a favorite pick, but for some of you it may work just fine. Let's see what happens with the other stuff here. We've got this. Have to put that in there sideways. That. So at this point there's no room for the glue on this side with all this stuff in here. All right, let's go to the next one. Okay, here we have the one from Jegs. And okay, again, start with the glue. That's tight. It's not hitting the bottom down there. Even if I move it to that spot, it's not hitting the bottom. And I can't squeeze that in there. So this is a nice, really nice caddy. But for a quart size container, it's not really fitting. Let's see what this stuff does. Yeah, this stuff isn't fitting in there very well. It's a real nice caddy, but not for what I need. Before we get to the last tote, I'm excited to tell you about the next series of videos. I've been looking forward to beginning this series since I started this channel back in 2019, and some of you have requested this topic as well. It's the design series. In it, you'll learn the concepts, principles, and techniques required for proper coverage, ease of operation, and low maintenance in a system. The first set of videos will be focusing on proper coverage, so whether you'll be installing a new system soon or you just want to improve the coverage you already have, this video series will show you the basics of how to achieve that. The first video in the series will be ready in a week or two, so be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you'll be notified when the next videos arrive. And if this video helped you in any way, please click the like button. I'd really appreciate that. Okay, now let's take a look at that last tote. All right, lastly we have the Milwaukee Packout caddy. And they call it a tool tray. So I've seen the phrase tool tray, caddy, tool caddy, and tote to find these things. So if you're looking on your own, you're going to need to use all those three search words. Not all at once, but this thing here is to snap into the pack-out system. And I don't yet know what these are for. Figure it out at some point. It may just be for strengthening the handle situation or to help the stacking with the pack-out. That's probably what it is. Yeah. All right, let's see what happens here. And again, these dividers pop out. You can just set that in there if you want. All right, let's move this over here. That's all its room in that divider, so let's take that divider out. So one thing I'm not liking so far about this handle, I am not seeing a way to get it to stay up. So we've got those two in there. Let's get this in here. I'm gonna have to turn it that way. It's not fitting either. Let's take the divider out. Well, it works that way. And then of course, by taking the dividers out here, I'll be able to put my channel locks in. Okay, so there's the channel locks, plenty of room. And this is 4 inches deep. This is about 5.5 inches deep, and my original one was 5 inches deep. So this is shallower than what I've been used to. This one does not have any center trays like this one does. I said I would put 2 of the best, but I think I'm going to go ahead and put this third one in here too, because it was pretty cool. If you don't need the quart container, as I mentioned, then this one here would do fine for those who don't need as large of a container as that. So I'll put that one in on the resources page also. So the winner is the blue one. Let's go ahead and transfer all this stuff over here and see what it looks like. Okay, there we have it.